The trumpet is a little sick.
Imagine.
And it always feels good to live in the same world as Michael Jackson. So he starts off like that.
Yo, I cannot. Yes, let the trumpets blow. Let the trumpets sing. It's your girls here at the motherfucking condo. You already know. It's your girl, DJ Miss Milan.
And it's your girl, Jazz.
And it's your girl, Jan Sneed, and we are back for episode 22.
22? Oh my gosh, that's a great number too.
It is a great number. I was thinking that.
You're 22. Too hotter than you. I love that song by J.O. You would know him, Chief R&B Officer Jan. You would know exactly.
Who is this person?
J.O.
Oh yeah, I didn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love that song. Now that I'm saying, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
That was a bop. When I first heard that song when he came out, I was like, damn, I was wishing the best for him. And
he's still been releasing. Like he's actually been releasing all year. It's just nothing is landing in the way that one did.
Yeah, that one for me was like, that was a supreme record. And I just felt like maybe it was just a little too early for the streets. Who knows? But definitely one of my favorite records from him, J.O. upcoming. I think he's from the UK. Listen.
I believe so, yeah. He sounded Dutch.
UK is smacking us upside our heads with a little Jewish curl wigs that they wearing.
You know what? I can't do the internet rap, but I can do the internet.
I still cannot get over the internet rap. That was so funny.
I'm talking about internet, not that.
Let's have a laugh.
Anyways, y'all, you already know we love tapping in with this beautiful community. First and foremost, we always want to say thank you to those that support us here at Reasonable Dialogue Podcast. You know, what the kind of language is that? We've been doing this podcast, it feels like almost close to a year?
It's beyond a year now.
Yeah. It's beyond a year.
Wow.
It just feels longer.
Yeah.
A lot longer, like a few years. But I feel very much so in my heart like we are truly and honestly building a community, and we are truly just showing up for this platform and building, and I'm really excited for the growth of it. So that being said, I look forward each and every week chopping it up with my good sisters. So let me know what y'all heifers been doing this weekend, because I ain't see y'all in mad long.
Listen, I spent the entire weekend shopping.
Oh.
If it was giving girl, I felt like a princess this weekend.
I love that, because that's how you should feel every day.
Yes.
That's a great form of manifestation too for yourself. The life that you want to live, you got to treat it and be it.
Yeah, but I spent the weekend with my mom and my sister, and we went I would say my weekend kind of started on Thursday. Because we went to a flea market, found a bunch of shit there. Then like yesterday we went to the mall. I don't know, it just was like a much needed girls' day, even though my nephew was with us too. But
I love it.
and he was getting treated for every damn thing. But yeah, and then I also went to whose show was it the other day? I don't know why I'm blanking. Givion's concert this week. Phenomenal. Shout out to him on his Grammy nominations. We'll get to that later. But I actually so one thing most people know, like in the R&B community, like I've never really been a diehard Giveon fan. Granted, like he has like a couple singles that I've always liked from the start of his career, but catalog wise, I've never really been able to really get into him.
Yeah.
Literally until he dropped Beloved. And I don't know, I think he's just like everything about that album is so much more elevated than it's ever been, in my opinion. And it was very much confirmed by the concert. Like I didn't know what I was getting into going to that Giveon concert, to be honest, because I've never been to a show of his. But like he deserves whatever comes from this album rollout, he deserves it. Cause I never see, like, if I'm being super honest, the way the crowd went up for him was actually more electric than what I experienced at the Chris Brown show, and I did not expect that. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was like, whoa, I did not know y'all went up for this nigga like that.
That's very, very interesting, because we all know everybody loved light-skinned Chris.
Yeah.
You know?
Like there was not a single moment where the crowd was silent. Like you literally was just like a big ass Madison Square Garden karaoke party is what it felt like the entire show start to finish. I was like, damn.
Wow. You know what? You saying that it's so interesting to me. I wish I could have been in a room because like when it comes to Giveon, I have like two like kind of like two standout records that I love for him. I think it's what is it, the all to me that he has. He has that, and I think he
Yes.
has like yeah, and I think it's that
Mm.
Still Your Best. But
Mhm.
because I recently listened to Beloved because of you, y'all, and I listened to it this weekend, and it's like it almost sounds like this is the project he always wanted to make.
I agree.
Like
Mm.
I
from
agree.
listening to it, yeah.
And I think even
So,
the way
yeah.
like the stage setup even felt very like on brand and it felt very him. Like he had like that
Mhm.
Turkish carpet up there, very dim lighting. He came out in like a trench coat with a real
Wine glass.
throwback, yeah, wine glass, 70s fit on. Like
That's fly
it was
as
very
fuck.
classic. Like I was like, okay.
Which is crazy because I kind of personally feel like I've seen him develop a little bit because I personally was listening to
Yeah.
Giveon. What was that album? Like he first came out, Take Time.
Mhm.
That album at that time, 2020. I'm looking it up right now on my Spotify. 2020. Reason why Heartbreak Anniversary. I was going through a heartbreak during that time, baby. I would never forget this nigga in this song because of what the fuck I was going through. So trust me, I will always remember Giveon for this specific moment in my motherfucking life. I hate it and I love it at the same damn time. But I remember seeing him trying to create his own, like artist persona, the aesthetic and thing, like, coming out with the wine glass and the trench coats and the, gloves and shit, like you OJ Simpson. Like he's really been he's been trying his big one, and I'm glad to see that he kept it going. And the flowers is him being able to sell arena because I mean Madison Square Garden, that's to me that's truly
Woo.
huge for an R&B solo act. So
Yes.
that's what's up.
And he has like really great command over the stage too. Like I didn't know what to expect because all I've seen him is in like like occasional interviews, and you can't really tell what kind of stage presence he would give based off those interviews. But like he's really commanding. So I'll definitely give him his flowers. I also saw Sasha Keeble again.
Ooh, oh my
Love her
God.
voice.
And MSG looks good on you, sister.
Oh my God.
Mm.
And then Charlotte Day Wilson also opened. She first of all, I did not know she played all of them fucking instruments. Like I knew she was great, but like I didn't know she was
Mhm.
that great.
Wait, so they both open for Giveon?
Yes.
Like, ooh.
It was
Oh,
such
you
a
was
good
in there
show.
having a time of your
Okay,
life.
I was. I will say Madison Square Garden played in her in what's her name phase, Charlotte phase, because her mic was way too low, and I think they did. I
Ah,
don't think they EQ'd it for her. I think they EQ'd it for the openers, which one had backing music and the other had a whole band, so you can't EQ them the same. And it sounded like they were
Yeah.
EQ'd the same, so her band drowned her out. But she was really good.
Mm. Well, you gotta push through, girl. That's the show
Yeah.
business. The
But shout
show
out to
shall go
them.
on.
That was my week: concerts and shopping.
Love
that's
that.
show business. Wait, where is that from? I love that. That's show business for
You see, we quoting shows all day today. I just don't know which one. Okay. What's up, Jazz? How was your weekend?
How my good girls, my sisters. I love y'all. As I, get ready in this condo. I'm putting my skirt on today. But before I get into that, this weekend was very much dedicated to the people of Jamaica. I was able to help donate and things like that. So that was very much uplifting for me. And, it's been really, really good and comforting to see how we as community just come together all the time. Like we go come get it done before the government want to do anything. So
Mm-hmm.
that was a focus of my weekend. But aside from that, sisters, um,
Not the devious laugh. What is going on?
the ink was made dry this weekend, and
Okay, drawing of inks.
I did share it with the beautiful girls at Girls Who Listen because during the week I did was a part of a masterclass session with them with Michelle Locke as well, who was a Reasonable Dialogue alum. Shout out to Michelle.
Yes, what's up, big
And
shells?
Buku, who is a senior global marketing at Beats by Dre. And it was just really great to be a part of that panel and that masterclass with them. And during that class, I was able to share with them now that the ink is dry that as of today is my first official day in project management and marketing coordination for Rough Riders Music, TV, and Film. So I'm super excited about this new chapter of my life because I've always felt like a pit bull in a skirt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, it felt really good to lay out my skirt today and just, but no, full transparency. I'm very excited to start this chapter. I have been a part of so many different music legs within this entertainment space, but to be a part of a legacy brand and label that's also redefining where there's Rough Rider Studios now for TV, podcasting, studios, and all that. So yes, if y'all want to get content in Yonkers, if you're out there, there is a Rough Rider Studio for all of your amazing projects and some of the projects that we're going to be doing through the TV and film department there. So I'm excited. And also excited too to, have a bit more hands-on in the music. It's something about being a child of hip hop is that Tyrese song. Every time I try to leave, they be pulling me back. What a set kinky too. You know what I'm saying? I've pivoted. I've done some things. I've went into lifestyle branding, whatever. But God always kind of centers me and brings me back to the hip hop, the music, and not only just that. Like black owned shit. You know what I'm saying? So I want to shout out Rough Riders too for being a black owned company. But yeah, today was my first day, so this weekend was very much about just grounding and trying to, make sure I'm prepared for this next chapter because I've done a lot of work in solitude and I feel like at this moment and chapter of my life, I finally feel like I am ready to let my purpose be on full display, if that makes sense.
On display.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I think I am learning through even someone like Olandria. I want to shout out Olandria because man, I think Olandria has honestly transcended Love Island, what it means to be a Love Island contestant, like post coming out of it. And she said something recently, like during an interview that I thought was really profound. They were asking her like, why do you think this is setting you apart? Like, I'm seeing you everywhere, X, Y, and Z. And, she said, when I came out the villa, I didn't want to go straight into content creation. And I didn't take it as a slight to nobody. And I didn't think she was taking a slight to nobody at all either. But it made me think about how so many of us pre-pandemic, before like Reels and TikTok were a thing, some of us just, enjoy either posting pictures or creating content in another way. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think she's showing like a great example of how you can still be visible without like overcompensating online or, like get ready with me.
Oversaturation type thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
like here's a get ready with me. Here's this. It's just like, no, honestly, you can be quality over quantity. And I think that's just something that I'm, going to learn and own in this chapter of my life too. Is just like, visibility doesn't mean, like equal quantity, if that makes sense. So I'm happy to be here, sisters. I'm happy to be here and just, be ready for what God has for me because God been like, okay, girl, you ready? And I'll be like, yes. And I know my sisters got my back too. So
Congratulations on Rough Riders.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
I hope you have an amazing first day. I think this is going to be a great opportunity for you. It's definitely legendary. And I feel like there's no one more deserving than this child of hip hop herself.
Thank you, sis. And they love us. Like they love what we doing. You know what I'm saying? They worked so hard to make sure my schedule was able to align with the podcast and everything. So yeah, shout out to them.
Shout out to y'all. We'll be at the office real soon so we could give y'all niggas some knuckle sandwiches and let y'all tell us some history stories about the Rough Riders back in the day. Back in my day, So I'm excited for you, sister. I know. I stopped saying I think a lot because honestly, ain't no thought process. I know this shit. And I know for a fact that you are destined for greatness. Everything that you have withstand from since, me even knowing you personally to where you are now.
Y'all know.
You know what I'm saying? It's really, really a beautiful thing. It really is the beautiful thing. And I'm
got
very,
tears
proud
in my
of
eyes.
you.
Thank you.
Girl,
y'all know.
I'll be honest. Every week you got tears in your eyes because you are just that emotional baddie that we love and we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, congratulations to our good sis Jazz on a brand new position with a legendary entity such as the Rough Riders Inc. I believe is it Inc. You know, I want to make sure you get the titles right. Yeah, Shay, because you talking big money now. But that being said, I am very, very happy for you, sis. And I can't wait to see what you do with Rough Riders because I seen what you did, you know what I'm saying, with 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. You understand? So
Woo!
I'm excited, baby girl. I'm excited for you.
God is good. And my good sis, you continue to just, be a vessel for so many. So what's going on the West Coast? What's going on in your
On
world?
the West Coast, y'all ain't got no love for the West Coast? Nah. What's going on? I'm going to be so honest with y'all. I feel like, because transparency is always the key. We never come up here trying to be faking or, none of that. But I am exhausted. I am grateful though, but I am exhausted. And gratitude always comes first before the exhaustion, but the exhaustion still very much so exists. And for me, ending off this live from the swamp tour that we are literally, as we were had this episode, this would be the final day of our live from the swamp tour out here in Seattle. So for me, just traveling the last few weeks from different cities, meeting so many hundreds and thousands of people that I met over the course of this tour, and just also being on my own Miss Milan and Friends tour. I did definitely
Yes.
underestimated being able to do 2 things at once, but I'm glad because this whole experience has not only humbled me in the best of ways, but it's taught me so much about myself as a woman, as a creative, as a businesswoman. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to be able to have my light once again be shined and not try to not be dimmed. I'm very grateful to be a part of such an amazing team in a camp. And, like I said, my sister, she's now officially 5 times Grammy nominated. We're going to get into the Grammy
Insane.
nominations later, but, just that alone, or not alone, but just that on top of other things that are happening, it's just like, wow, I'm grateful. And the thing that I've learned too is that, sometimes we always expect blessings to happen to us, but those very same blessings can happen through us and for others. And I think that's equally, if not for me, my perspective is even more beautiful to know that God is using me to bless others. And that's how I feel just being as a person, as a human being in whatever. I feel like an asset. I feel like I know my worth. I know that I am the fertilizer to this entire, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere that I go. So the grass is always going to be green wherever I'm at, So knowing that and really, really just being strong, especially as a Black woman, we're always taught to not be so boisterous, not be so audacious, not, really
Yeah.
think that you can go for the stars. And the funny thing is, they only told us the stars because they've been trying to put a ceiling on us. It's more than the stars out
That's
there.
a bar.
So
My
I'm going
spirit felt
after it
that.
all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Woo!
making sure that I'm taking everyone that wants to be, because you can't take people that don't want to drink to the well. But I'm trying to bring everybody that wants to drink, wants to be at the table, even want to create your own tables. You know what I'm saying? That's just the type of energy and the vibe that I'm completely on. I'm ready to set the tone for 2026 and just strategize and really execute, because I realized that I had been dreaming, but I'm not dreaming big enough. And before this lifetime is over, I got to make sure that the wildest shit that I even think of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to execute that. So that's what I've been on this journey so far, being on the road and just still doing my thing on the outside of other, outlets and endeavors that I have going on, and just really showing myself that I am that girl, baby. Like, I am really, really her. And I'm inspiring because the messages that people have literally sent me of how life changing, and we tend to not think that the things that we do can possibly have some type of impact. People see me and probably think like, immediately, like, quote unquote popularity, if you will, or but it's like, well, no, I'm gonna take that back. People do see inspiration when they see me, but the numbers and how people operate on social media, it's a lot of superficial shit. And I'm just grateful, to be in a space where I'm not indulging in the superficial, the surface layer. Like, reason why, if those of you that don't know, Jazz and Yan and myself get along so well is because we dig deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna hear us cry. You gonna hear us get real deep. You gonna hear us be vulnerable and transparent. And we're not shying from that, or we don't shun that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just really being able to lock in on your own ability to really be who you desire to be, and also showing that as a lighthouse to the world that you can also do it. So right now, that's where my life has been, just being an inspiration to the world, seeing people that look like me. I mean, congratulations to DJ Spinderella, because just a physical representation of where I personally want to strive to get to. And of course, I'm very much so on the way. It's just a reminder that dreams come true and you just got to stay the course. So I'm just excited to be in good company while being great company. Hello, somebody.
Okay, that's a bar.
That was a bar. That was scripture. That was scripture. That was Book of Milan. Book of Milan, chapter 3, verse 7. That was, yeah.
But yes, y'all, I'm pushing through today too, because I am still very much so like getting over this cold. Like, I be coughing.
Okay,
I probably sound like I have a frog in my throat during this episode, but y'all know I'm a real fucking bitch. Don't fuck with me, bitch. No, I'm joking. I just want to use my masculine voice real quick. Nah, but yeah, that's all that I got going on, y'all. So yeah.
And we are proud of you to be on a tour as magnificent as the Live from the Swamp tour and to complete it. And y'all about to go in December with K-Doc and Schoolboy Q. Come on, clock it. I'm putting the fingers
what
together.
They talking about? They talking about nothing.
They talking about nothing.
Peekaboo. Nah, it's a great time. It's a great time.
Funny.
Did y'all see that video of that lady who said that she was getting, I believe she was getting carjacked at a gas station, and she utilized Kendrick Lamar's lyrics to fight off the intruder.
What?
Yeah, so she was at a gas station with her husband, and apparently some white, I don't know exactly if it's a male or a woman, but they basically was trying to get in her car. So they ended up getting in the back seat. She drugged this person out, and she said as she was being interviewed, she's like, the only thing I was thinking about is Kendrick Lamar. Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. While she's beating this person's ass. And it's just the significance of Kendrick literally being not only the blueprint to a lot of other shit, but even fighting off. Listen, I never want to have a problem with Kendrick Lamar. I'm going to be very honest with y'all. That's a person. I don't want no beef. I don't want no issues. I'm not even going to look at you, brother. I'm going to be real with you. I don't want no problems with you. And you a short Gemini. I know your style. I'm not with it. So,
but you know what? I don't want no problems, and I'm trying to wait till we get to that section. I don't want no problems with GNX. Like, GNX has legs. It does. On a life of its own at this point.
It does. It does. And I mean, it's a great spot for hip hop, regardless of what motherfuckers are saying, because you niggas don't got ears. You got shit up in them ears and dicks up in them ears. You not listening right. It's a lot of shit that's out here. But anyways, a lot of shit that's out here and shifting and moving and elevating and getting to the next motherfucking level. I will have to start this podcast officially by giving a big round of applause. Congratulations, Greg. I don't know where you want to put that sound bite, but put it somewhere, brother, because we must give Zohran Mandani his tens, his flowers. Give the girl her things tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Batty chain for him. Batty chain.
Batty chain for you. I love that saying. I really do. That's the best thing that Natalie and her chin has ever done. Batty.
It's literally the only thing. The only thing, man. That's it. It's so
That's
funny.
it. But yes, Zohran Mandani. I hope I'm saying it name. Zohran, right? Zohran. Because you got to get these people's names right. I refuse for people to mispronounce my name. You got to get my name right. But he is officially the new mayor of New York City. And this is such a big, big milestone for the city of New York, considering that, unfortunately, they had terrible leadership as far as mayors. I mean, the recent one, Eric Adams, with his duck lips and his earring in his ear and his hookah tips, never really did what they were supposed to do for the people. And Zohran, who is one of the people, came on and decided to show us what politicking is really about. You know what's funny? I remember somebody saying, and I really have to agree with them, that politics is like ballroom voguing.
I
Like,
saw that.
I did
people
too.
have to legitly put on a show for you to cast your vote. Like, we have y'all literally being hoes for us, tap dancing for us for our vote. But I don't know what happens along the lines between the voting process and then them getting in office and just saying fuck that shit. But regardless, Zohran seems like he is a promising candidate and now an official mayor. Just a little background, he has served as a member of the New York State Assembly for the 36th district since 2021. I know a lot of people have been saying if his age is a problem, considering he's about 34 years old, which makes him a, younger mayor. And my answer to that is, why would he not be at a certain demographic age where you are, you know what I'm saying? You are approaching, I don't want to say midlife in the sense, because I still think being in your 30s is still young, and still being in your early 40s is still young. But you're still at that age where you are officially an adult. You get what I'm saying? I think those of us that are very well have reached the bridge of the 30, we feel like that, okay, responsibility is different. Bills hit a little different. You know what I'm saying? We got to actually get outside and vote for things that we want to see change towards. And I feel like he represents that age where we want to get our shit just a little bit more tighter in the sense. That's just my opinion.
No,
based
I
off the
agree.
age
I was
shit.
literally
I think he's at that age where it's like the intersection of all of the real world's problems, right? Like you don't have the bias of being a senior. You don't have the bias of being super young, early 20s, which I don't think they would have elected a 20-year-old anyway. But I think in your 30s is literally, you have just enough, and I'm sure with him it's probably excessive amount of information and just understanding of the world and the city. But I just feel like in your 30s is like the perfect time. And I feel like, I really feel like what he's about to do is going to be groundbreaking. Like, we can never know for sure, but I
Oh no,
personally
I
feel
agree.
like,
It's about
I
to
feel like you should be in your 30s as a mayor personally.
like what he's about to do is about to change the face of like politics. Like, it really is. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to sound super over whatever. It's like, no, this is what it is. It's literally all eyes on New York right now. Like, I haven't seen this level of momentum and excitement from a Democratic Party since Obama. Like,
The
I feel
energy
like
behind it is
it's the
very giving
energy. Yep, it's
the
the energy.
Obama administration for sure.
I think it
Yeah,
was the most voters that came out in like decades. So it's like, it just goes
And
to some type of pool that our generation has.
and the radical youth. It's showing we definitely got a youth right now that's just like,
so glad that you mentioned radical youth, just because of the fact that I was gonna say that a lot of boomers unfortunately wanted to still keep Eric Adams in office. And I think the correlation with them not wanting to just basically evolve, honestly, no offense, but is like they say, you really can't teach an old dog new tricks. And that's what a lot of our administration has obviously showed us, that they're not open to newness. They're not open to new ways of thinking and doing. You know what I'm saying? They're very dinosaurs. So him being so young and coming in and bringing, not even so young, but him just coming in and bringing that energy of youth, I would say, that's not the typical 50, 60-year-old politician. I think he's way more relatable, especially to the demographic of people who votes really matter, which is honestly us right now. The younger us, we're the votes that matter. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, you boomers had so much time to do what y'all niggas needed to do, and y'all niggas didn't do what y'all was supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? So now you got to let this new generation come through, wash out everything, and start from scratch on different things. And I do feel, like I said, this podcast is not the political platform you run to for facts
Right.
or
It's a lot of those out there though, but not us.
it's not us, but we will do our due diligence to be on point with giving you all, what is at least, happening. And I do believe like this is something that is very, very important to discuss. Now, his policies are things that I've also been trying to dibble in because, a lot of people, unfortunately, they don't like to vote. But a lot of people also don't like to read, so I don't know if there's a correlation with that, but his policies and things of that nature, if anyone hasn't already read up on them, I would highly suggest you do read up on them because I do think that politicians still have, I don't want to say shadiness or a darkness to them, because sometimes you wonder like how can you be the president of the United States and still do the things that you're doing. But I just hope and pray that there is not a lot of corruption.
I mean, I can run through them briefly, like
Yes.
super briefly. So his policies focus on affordability and are primarily centered around universal child care, which is actually being done in another state already. So essentially that would mean regardless of your income, I think it's up to like 200 and something K, childcare would be free.
Love that.
Free buses, a rent freeze on rent stabilized apartments, and city run grocery stores. He plans to fund these initiatives through higher taxes on businesses and high earners. And his broader platform is rooted in democratic socialism, advocating for government solutions to problems through progressive policies. So yeah, that's the gist of what he's trying to do. And I think
The crux of it,
going back to what we were saying, what is so different to me about a millennial versus like a boomer or a Gen Xer is like, and it's so cliche, but it's like, I don't know, it just means a lot when you're thinking of policy making. Like we've lived through so many different versions of society as
Oh my gosh,
millennials
yes.
that I think it gives us a different lens to look through when considering, for in his case, policy. It's like we saw when things were affordable. We saw when things existed without the internet. We saw when things existed with the internet. Like, we saw all these different changes in
Yep.
society where it's like I feel like we just have a different layer of understanding humanity in a way that's a little bit more realistic and fair
No,
than
we
a
do. And
boomer.
that's what they're and I was gonna say this too. This is why I love us. This is a perfect pivot to it. But that is what they're afraid of. It's one thing to have the youth in charge and the youth making waves. It's another to have the most talked about generation in decades, millennials, in charge. They have been terrified of this moment because millennials, we are the glue. We're the generation that Gen Z damn near only listens to. Gen Z ain't listening to nobody else, but they go listen to us. They go listen to their quote unquote big sisters, their you know what I'm saying, cousins, older, like aunties, whatever, and like grasp from that because they can't really grasp with Gen Xers, baby boomers. And it's not that anything is like wrong with them. That's a whole nother conversation. But I do feel like in terms of relatability, Gen Z, like really looks up and leans on us. And we also have us, the millennial generation, that has literally been the most studied and the most tried to figure out since we've been in this world. Because to your point, like,
nigga, like
we've seen it all. We've been through Genesis. We've been through Hurricane Katrina. We've been through AOL. We've been through MySpace. We've been through
Y2K fucking well. Remember the Y2K scare of
of 99, 2000.
Yeah. Like we've been through all of that shit. Columbine, one of the first school shootings.
Yep.
Now we have several every fucking week. We've been through a lot, bro. We deserve
like
conversation.
9/11,
a layer of understanding that no other generation has, and I feel like that is the type of these are the type of people like our generation who need to be decision making because we have all this understanding. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what he does because I feel like
me too.
I just feel like even with other I know I believe in Chicago or Detroit, there's other Black people being elected for the first time ever, and just all
I
this
was gonna
different
say that.
it just seems like everything is very groundbreaking right now. In it looks like hope is what
it looked like some of Barry Sanders.
No, like
Bernie
you
Sanders.
saying hope. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm just glad that we're finally. I don't want to say we're here. We're getting here because
No,
three or four elections, like we need more than that. Like, or not elections, but elected officials. We need a lot more than that to really see a shift in the country. But I think seeing it happen in a city like New York in
Yep.
particular,
Yes, the
is
melting
going.
pot of so much
Yeah.
diversity.
It's
Yeah.
not a better place for this to start because then it's like, all right, well, if New York could do it, then we could do it over here too.
Yo, I literally
In
had a
New
homegirl tell me she is
York.
literally staying. Shout out to my homegirl there, who's literally staying in New York because of this mayor. You know the amount of people that's literally just pivoted and shifted because they're like, like,
I
or
just
the
want
amount
to
of people.
say, I just want to say too, really quickly, everybody that said that they was gonna leave when he got in office, we are waiting. We are
Yeah, y'all
waiting.
can go. Y'all can go.
We are waiting. I'm personally waiting because Lord knows a bitch will come back to New York if you niggas decide to leave for real. And I'm not saying I'm a pussy ass hoe where you ran me out my city now. I'm just saying I elevated and I grew, but I don't mind coming back where I came from because y'all done the implants, the transplants, everybody that's planted done literally needs to be uprooted. Y'all really truly did New York a really bad favor coming to our city and just doing what y'all did to our city. I don't care what nobody says. That's how I feel. That's just how I feel as a born, raised, day one New Yorker that's experienced the shifts, the ebbs and the flows of New York. Like, I can honestly say that a lot of the greed and the oppression and all this other shit that y'all have truly just came to New York with, that energy and just trying to push people out. I'm glad that this was your final stake in that cold ass heart of you, Omarion. Okay. That being said,
I'm dead.
I'm
Not a
excited.
Mario.
You know, hot my where
Oh, I
my
also wanted to say too, because I saw a conversation about it. I saw this girl talking about how rent stabilization needs to be priority for New York natives, and I actually agree with that.
I'm not mad
Gonna
at that
lie.
take.
I ain't mad at that
Yeah.
either.
Like I do think it should be like universal, but I think if it's something that needs to be kind of like transition into being universal, I do feel like that should start with the natives.
Yes,
And
I
I feel
do,
like
but that
he
could be
the
a little
mayor
tricky
that can
though.
do that.
Mm,
Or at least try.
at least try, because you know we gotta still do our checks and our balances. If that shit still exists, I don't know. Trump's not trying to
Ooh.
be president; he trying to be king. So
Another,
I
oh
don't know.
God, I'm so
I don't
tired of
know.
that man. Another thing I think that stood out during this election too was seeing how many celebrities are so disconnected.
Oh my gosh!
Like,
But are we expecting celebrities to truly be connected to any form of reality?
I mean,
I think they are connected to reality. I
yeah,
think
because
their reality doesn't look like ours because they are celebrities. So their reality is going to be more connected to the wealthy. Therefore, a Zohran is not going to help them or serve them.
yeah, because you got somebody like Kerry Washington who's a celebrity who uses her platform like for politics and stuff in a way that I feel like is very dope. And shout out to Vic Mensa because Vic Mensa's Instagram is going crazy. Like the way he is distributing information, and I'm watching his platform grow in real time. I'm
Mm-hmm.
watching the Matrix, everything. The way Vic Mensa has been using his celebrity, I guess you can say, and just
Platform.
wealth of knowledge and platform has been so like groundbreaking to see. Like I want to shout him out, but Lala and 50, you lost.
You
You lost.
lost. You lost, and you got big heads. You lost. You lost. You damn losers.
You
Like,
lost.
and I'm gonna be real. I'm not expecting shit from Curtis. I'm not expecting a goddamn thing. You understand? I don't know nothing about that man except for his songs. Nothing of 50 Cent we really give a damn about. But how out of touch he is with just, it's like, damn nigga, you feel like you have to always open your mouth and say just whatever comes to mind. Like you have no filter, you don't have no real thought processes. Like it just doesn't process, it just comes out. So I don't know. But Lala, I'm also not surprised a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think also a big thing that I want all of us, and I'm not saying us in general, but I'm saying the society. I want all of us to stop thinking celebrity impact and thinking celebrity power means something in these new times
Yeah.
of politics. I know it's been used before back in the day to get the agendas across, but I think with how the celebrities and their platforms, and honestly how some of them, if not a lot of them, have been very distasteful with their platform and who they are siding with and voting for. Like, I think that it's important to see that we shouldn't be putting our money into people who are very much so on the side of people who will want to literally kill and destroy us. You get what I'm saying? I am for the celebrity who knows how to truly celebrity, use your platform and really use it for good. Use your, what I'm saying, your privilege, and actually use it for good. But I don't want us to continue to look at celebrities, and every time there's a fucking election, we talking about, well, what does Beyonce and Jay-Z think? Like, I'm gonna be real. I don't give a fuck what they think unless they're adding to our communities in a positive way. We should not be looking at celebrities to be the mouthpiece for politicians anymore. I think we need politicians to be motherfucking politicians, and that should just be it. But that's just my whole thing, because I feel like politics, as we said before, it is a game and it is a sport. But when you got influences like a 50 Cent, like, you know what I'm saying, the people who were literally having the worst campaign against Kamala during that time, all of these motherfuckers is now eating their ass and looking at the stupidity that they put out. So we can't have that anymore. That's just my opinion, though.
Because they put a fucking celebrity in fucking office. Like,
Exactly. No more. We need doctors, we need lawyers, we need electricians, we need the HVAC people, like we need trades. We need shit. I'm tired. We don't need no more fucking celebrities. We're done. We're done. The door is closed. Okay? Cuz I don't want another celebrity to think that they could run for fucking president. I don't want that shit no more. Like, you niggas really shitted up this fucking entire world. Like, wow, crazy.
it's interesting you say that, because I recently saw a topic around among some, do you call them Californians? I don't want to say it wrong. Shout out to my LAers, but they were saying how they felt like Arnold Schwarzenegger did the same thing to California, and they're still rebuilding from that. And Arnold
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger, you know?
because
So
to me it feels like it comes from like a real narcissism kind of foundation, where it's
yes,
like you feel like you could do this because you are powerful, you're popular, you got money, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, politics is about the people. I don't know where, but when I grew up in school, we learned that the government served the people. It was never the other way around. So I don't know what's going on in these times, but we got to change it. And what needs to change, honestly, is anybody in government thinking that not providing food for human beings, especially during the fucking holiday. But I just want to say, fuck the holiday season. It don't have to take a holiday season for you to have a fucking heart and have some type of humanity. How dare you think to cut SNAP benefits at all? At all. At all. And once I seen that, I know that this world that we live in has a lot of evil layers, and I know this first part of the podcast seemed a little deep and a little dark, but like I always say, sometimes, if not most times, shit is gonna be deep and it's gonna be real. And the fact that we even had to witness that, like you said earlier, Jan, we done witnessed and gone through so much shit. The fact that we even have to witness that even be a possibility, it's just crazy to me. And at this point in time, I'm just ready to get all of these motherfuckers out of office and put the right people in place that's really here for the people, because that to me, cutting SNAP benefits, especially during the holidays. But as I've seen people say, the government is also not stupid. They know what they're doing. I do believe they're trying to entice some type of, I guess, civil war in that regard, against with the people, so they can utilize, I guess, the National Guard and call out different things for what they're trying to do with this administrative agenda that they got going on. But regardless, it's like there's levels of evil that I don't think even the most craziest villain would even stoop down to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
goddamn,
no,
nigga,
seriously, like a lot of what they do, it just feels very sinister. And
it
anything
is
sinister
like you
really
eat
just like
kids.
turns like turns
Like, you eat
my
kids,
stomach.
you eat
Yeah.
babies.
And it also just shows you too just how fucking corrupt and nasty they are, because some people have already gotten their SNAP benefits back. So it's like the fact that money can be distributed back to people like that, but y'all can hold it, is just sick. It's
Yes.
really sick. Like, and it's just like I could never have a heart like that. And
But isn't this literally just part two of what he did during the pandemic when we got them checks?
Mm-hmm.
mm,
It's just a worse version now because
Yeah.
at least people had a check to, you know, hold them over for the time being. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't even him. That wasn't even
Right,
Trump doing it. That was
right.
what's the last spread? Biden. That was Biden's administration that was able to give us, and I don't want to quote, but I believe it was Biden's administration that was able to do the payout reliefs and all of the PPP loan things that was going on during that time. Because I remember I was able to, you know, get some form of help during that time too myself. So even
Same,
me
yeah.
personally, regardless, that's why people have to have real compassion in this world, because you don't know who's really affected by it at the end of the day. So to just have arrogance of to thinking like you are a lower class person because you use EBT, because you use SNAP, when the fucking program is there for a reason, it's just ignorance at the highest of levels. And I'm really, really like disgusted by people's thought processes behind. I think I seen a tweet of a dumb pick me bitch that was like, oh, thank God I never had to rely on SNAP and benefits. It's like, bitch, maybe you could have probably went a lot further if you did. Like, you think it's a slight,
Okay.
nigga, and it's help. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you niggas? It's help.
I've never seen it as a slight, and I'll say it again. If you want to learn how to get down with the get down, call me, okay? Uh, it is what it is. I personally feel like I don't care how much money you make. Everybody should have for some food assistance, like anybody.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you make. So I never really, I personally just never understood the SNAP EBT shaming or whatever. But what I will say, because I have to shout out the white supremacy and how the white supremacy works. I will
White
say,
supremacy.
shout
Every
out
time you
to the
mention that, I'm gonna say that. That's gonna be our little tagline.
no, for real, me
Like
coming
a
in with
ribbon in the sky. White supremacy.
right with my Black Panther cape on. But it's just like I do want to shout out just Black people in general, because the way we come together during these times, like there are farms across North Carolina, Mississippi that are Black owned that have just been making sure people have food regardless of what the government is going to do. But also too, the SNAP program was not built just for Black people. Okay. It's a $40 million program with 40 million people on it. And a lot of those people have white faces. They do. They have white faces. Just saying. Okay. So whatever they trying to portray out there, just don't fall for the perceptions and the misconceptions. Okay. Whatever. There's a bunch of Karens out there that's running around with their heads cut off like chickens because they don't know what they go do with they snap. So
Right. And that's a fact. And those are facts though. Like you're not
facts.
even lying when you say that. A lot
Thank you,
of the
sis.
benefits that have been happening. I believe it was a legendary football player that this case came and sure went. Brett Favre, I believe he was tied up with even scamming the government of government
Wow.
assistance. If I believe, I have to get that
Wow.
yeah, but it's just a thing of like you motherfuckers, it's not always Black people, but regardless, it's for anybody. You get what I'm saying? Anybody
Anybody.
who
Mhm.
needs any form of assistance from the government, that what I said earlier is put in place for the people. The government works for the people. Point blank period. Like point blank period. So I don't know. I don't know, y'all. But what I do know is that we are gonna have to show up as community even more, and not just community in a sense of just because we are going through trying times. Community should be all year round, even if we're having sunshines and fucking beds of roses and shit like that. We should have community all year round, but we're gonna have to definitely come together, food pantries, cooking dinners for each other. I do agree. I did see somebody say, and a lot of people, matter of fact, on the clock app mentioned canceling the holidays this season, just because it's like that's how they get their money. Them niggas is still putting out the motherfucking Christmas music in the stores. And ain't nobody getting no fucking gifts this Christmas. I don't know what y'all thought. You know what I'm saying? And at some point somebody mentioned something about, oh, but what about the kids? And it's like, sometimes y'all gonna have to teach y'all kids that this year ain't the year because we have to save. We have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to lie to your kids about shit. Like, keep it real. Like, no, this is not a time for us to be spending frivolously right now. You know, we got to worry about what we do need. And that's okay. You know, a lot of us, especially Black folks, we tend to feel like we have to overcompensate, you know, during the holidays and be buying our kids all of these games and these toys and all this other shit, and we don't feel like we are, I don't want to say we, but the parents feel sometimes they're not parents if they can't provide for their kids like anybody would, you know? But I just want people to understand that this year it's okay if you skip Christmas this year. You know what I'm saying? And if you need to group up with each other to go out for Thanksgiving, to help each other with Thanksgiving dinner, do that shit so we can save this coin, but also show uh big big money, you know, it's them, the corporations. We show big money that, listen, we're the ones that made y'all big money. We're the ones that made y'all the billionaires as you sit in your 52 fucking bedroom and 72 bathroom mansions that you don't even fucking well live in. You know what I'm saying? The greed of this world and the wealth that some people have. I'm never hating on somebody for being rich or being wealthy, but I am hating when you have all of that and your little bit of wealth that you can take from that can literally feed the fucking world. You get what I'm saying? I do have a problem with that. So I don't know, but what I do know is that something need to shake. And hopefully Zohran Mandani, he gonna shake that ass and shake in them
It's so funny because
taking
he's
that
definitely
office.
gonna shake that ass. That is definitely him.
He is. And some people was like, somebody said, what's the difference between him and Eric Adams? We shall see.
I mean, I don't know. To me, it's he's doing it with the people who move the culture versus Eric Adams is just a mix. Like he's a mixy bitch. Like
He is.
it's not the
A
same.
mixy bitch. You Muslim, then you
Mixie bitch
Israel.
is
Like, what the
so
fuck is wrong with you,
funny.
bitch?
Oh my God, mixie bitch. No, because I love not being in the mix. I always say I love keeping my flavor, but mixie bitch. Oh, I'm adding that to the vocab.
Yes.
Let me put that in my notes. Let me put that in my notes. That's going right next to the in it rap.
And shout out
And
to
yes.
Ballads and Bottles because I'm pretty sure he pulled up. I don't think it was recent, but during his campaign, he pulled up to Ballads and Bottles. And again, it just shows how like connected to the culture he actually is because they're
Yes.
having an incredible run. So shout out to them.
He's
Yeah,
been
he
on
went
a
to
press run.
he went to what is it? How do I say it? Don Bella? Because I went to that place for the first time
Dembala.
recently. Dambala. I went to that place for the first time recently, and that's just shout out to him. He's funny. That was
He's out
funny.
there. He's out there smoking the real hookah because he can smoke the real hookah. He's not smoking Eric Adams hookah at fucking La Marina and shit. Man, that nigga pissed me off. Anyways, y'all, let's get into the meat and the potatoes because we know that a lot of discussion has been circulating in the streets, whether hip-hop is dead or not, whether R&B is dead or not. You know, it's a lot of stupid motherfuckers out there, you know, but the Grammys recently just announced their official 2026 nominations, and I don't care about any other nominations except for the ones that I care about, which is hip hop, which is R&B, to be completely honest with you. And I'll be very real. I feel like based on these nominations, you all can never fix your face or your mouth or your lips to ever say that hip hop and R&B is dead. And this is why we have our chief head of R&B officer Jan here to further discuss this Grammys list because she has not only is the chief head officer of R&B, but she also is Miss Cleo because she predicted a lot of these specific nominations. So let's get to it, okay? 2026 Grammy nominations, and Big Kenny is leading the charge.
I mean, well, first of all, on the R&B side, it's actually really dope that Leon Thomas is nominated for Album of the Year alongside GNX and a lot of these other albums. Like, I think it's like groundbreaking for him. And also, I did want to flag something I saw on Twitter. Shout out to Brian from Audio Mac. I think that Best New Artist needs to be changed to Breakthrough Artist because
I agree.
yeah,
have two.
I don't even think it needs to be two because I feel like on a consistent basis, Best New Artist is usually not a new artist. It's an artist that has been putting in work for years that is having a breakthrough year. So it's like I don't necessarily think it makes sense to have two. And the other thing too is this year is my first year being able to work within the Recording Academy. And
a voting member, Recording Academy.
So I was on the committees this year. Well, I'm not going to share which one, but I worked within a committee this year, and I'm now understanding more of the ins and outs of how the voting process works, and essentially just like how these categories come together, how they're discussed, like all of that stuff. And what I'm realizing is we do have to be super intentional when we're asking about new categories and trying to push for them, because it's really hard to get them. And when we get new categories, it often kind of like muddles the categories that we already have, or they literally will get rid of them. And then it's just like, now we have this new category that we don't necessarily really need that badly, and got rid of something that we probably should have kept. Which is why I was saying, I don't think we need two of those. I just think they need to really tighten up the wording.
No, I agree with you. I agree, because even as a Grammy nerd, like because I love talking about it and predicting it as well. When you think about, and I know because you like you said, you're a chief R&B officer. Remember when Alicia Keys won Best New Artist? Like when she took home the Grammy for Best New Artist. Times have changed so much.
She was actually a new artist, though.
Yeah.
Exactly. She was actually a new artist, but at the time, I also don't feel like we had what's going on now, where some of these votes are starting to catch up to who is a new artist and who not. Because I remember when Chance the Rapper, I think, was nominated for Best New Artist, and it was a conversation around like, well, he's kind of been out. And it's kind of like the same with like Victoria Monet too, with her, even though I felt like she deserved that regardless. I do feel like it should be switched to breakthrough, because the metrics and the timing have gotta line up, if that makes sense. Like it's not the same. Yeah, because it's not the same to when Lauryn Hill, because I believe Lauryn Hill won Best New Artist too during her year. It's just not the same for when they won Best New Artist to what we're seeing now. Like, because it's almost as if like the Grammys is, and they're getting so much better, but over the past 5 years, it feels like the Best New Artist is almost like they've been trying to catch up. Like I remember when Samara Joy won, and it was a lot of people at UMG was shocked that I was like picking her to win. I said, no, she literally fits the entire metrics for what they're looking for. But if they switch it to breakthrough, I do think that is going to make the category be a bit more like concrete, and not have all these like questions and gaps on why did they consider this person, not that one,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
No, I agree.
Because another thing, like to that same point, I feel like if it were to be switched to breakthrough, it would really raise questions around why Raven Monet wasn't in that category.
Exactly. Yes.
Category for that matter. Granted, I'm starting to see conversations around it might have been a potential ineligibility thing, which I'm not sure about, so I don't want to say that's what it was. But if that isn't the case, I am actually very surprised by the Academy not voting for her to win anything. I'm really shocked that she's not nominated for anything.
Did she put her campaign together? Was she campaigning for it?
I'm not sure. That's like I don't remember. Like I feel like I saw her album come through as a submission, but I don't remember seeing her campaigning, to be honest. I might be wrong, but I don't. She's like it's not clicking for me. I don't remember a rollout in that sense. Which is important too. Like I'm glad you flagged that, because I don't think a lot of people recognize like part of that nomination process is campaigning. So if you don't have a strong campaign, then you can't expect to see these artists nominated. Like the campaign got to be strong too, which is why you hear the terms like
you have to be outside.
Yeah, and like you hear terms like Grammy darling. These are artists who have strong campaigns on a consistent basis, and that's why they're always nominated.
Yes, and I think because people were basically saying, and this is my personal opinion, when it comes to GNX and Let God Sort Them Out, I'm going to be very honest. I feel like Let God Sort Them Out should win over GNX in certain categories.
I think so too.
The clips, number one, their body of work, to me, feels a little bit better than GNX. I do love GNX, don't get it twisted, but their body of work feels a lot better. And considering that Malice literally spent the last 15 plus years not rapping and coming back into the game and rapping the way how he's been rapping, like the nigga done seen God and the devil at the same time and came back and said, this is my prophecies. Okay? You know what I'm saying?
I'm crying.
And then on top of that, them boys was out fucking side.
They still are outside.
And still outside.
Just did the GQ cover. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for them to showcase I guess, everything that it takes for your peers of your Grammys to literally see the work that you're doing. Like, people do forget that you have to work your records too. And I'm not saying that Raven Lenae didn't do this. You know, I'm sure she did the best that she can do if she did, you know, put in her consideration. But a lot of campaigning goes into this, from what I've just learned from just firsthand experience myself too, because people have to, like you said, they have to know what you have going on. And I think also, I was going to mention earlier, I think because the Grammys is such a peer-based voting system, it's a thing of sometimes, if I can be honest, I'm not a part of the Recording Academy members or whatever, but I could just assume that you all also are receiving so much different music, just as, you know, in general, as far as like considerations. And I often think too, like, how often do you, as people who are voting members, can overlook projects and songs that have come out from some of your peers that are even still wanted to be considered, but they're not campaigning, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. There's just some different layers that I feel like can play a factor.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Because I feel like
that's been discussed, is that part of the process is this layer of, and I hate to say it, but it is what it is. It's a popularity contest to some degree.
Yeah.
So if you're not top of mind throughout the voting process because of the campaigning you're doing, your popularity, because another thing too, like to your point, a lot of the submissions we're getting, it's not just major label submissions. Like, we're getting all types of submissions, independent submissions, unknown submissions. Like, it's a lot of shit that gets submitted. And if your name doesn't stand out when it pops up, it's like you likely aren't going to get a vote. So you do have to campaign, because there is this element of popularity that goes into the voting. Because the other thing too, you got to consider, and it's not for everything, but there are some times where a voter is not going to be familiar with the people that they're voting on. So what they're going to do is vote for the one that's most familiar. So in that sense, it is a popularity thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's also why, to your this is a brilliant conversation. I have like two things to say. I think, to that point, that's one of the reasons why Mariah missed the mark this year, because I feel like the campaign just started running flat. Because regardless of how we feel about her voice, I still think Burning Blue, I was a little shocked to not see Burning Blue
Me too.
be nominated, but you know what it reminded me of, though? I'm gonna be honest, sis. It reminded me kind of what happened with Summer Walker during Summer Walker's first year, because when Over It was insane. Like, the marketing, the Billboard numbers for everything was insane with Over It and Still Over It. But it's almost as if like they still wasn't catching the Summer. So to see Summer get these nominations now with Heart of Woman, it's like, okay, they catching on. But I think that's kind of what happened with Mariah. I don't think the campaign maintained a strong enough stance to really get the visibility. And on the topic of clips and GNX, I would love to see Chains and Whips take home, I think, what is it, best rap song? Or is it best? Because I think the Birds Don't Sing is best rap performance. Let me pull it up, because I don't want to sound inaccurate. But I would love to see Chains and Whips take something home. I would love to see Clips win best rap album, but I'm gonna be honest, I would love to see GNX win album of the year, because I personally feel like the legs GNX had is insane. Like, GNX took on a life of its own. From, even what we discussed earlier, women using Kendrick to get out of situations, seeing the Dodgers, the Nike, fandom pandemonium around it. Just the fact that I feel like GNX was spooky season mood, like music, like it's kind of become a theme for winners, victory. The amount of artists, shout out to Lefty Gunplay, like him getting a nomination is crazy, just off, like TV off single, but that's how I would love to see. In my ideal world, I would love to see GNX get album of the year, and Let God Sort 'Em Out get best rap album, and Chains and Whips featuring Kendrick get the best rap song. Like, I want to see it go down like that. But
I actually do the
appreciate you.
opposite.
That literal sound. I'm glad you said, go ahead, Malon, because that's where I'm at with it. I kind of want the opposite.
I would do the opposite. I would do Let God Sort Them Out as album of the year, right?
Yeah.
And then
then GNX for
GNX,
rap.
yes, as
I can see that. Okay.
I would rather do that, just because, like I said, if we're gonna consider how crazy Clips was campaigning, promoting their things and everything that came with it, like I'm not saying that Kendrick wasn't doing his thing, but Kendrick also didn't have to promote this shit at all. Like, we haven't even heard from him since this shit dropped, except for the little articles that he was doing in the magazines and shit like that. But outside of that, we didn't really hear nothing from him, and he's at a state in his career where we don't have to hear anything from him. He's gonna be
Yeah, because
successful
he took it on
regardless.
tour. Like, he literally took
A whole
GNX, he took
stadium
GNX on
tour,
tour. So it's
not
like,
arena, stadiums.
that's, again, the album got legs.
So
Like,
yeah, but I think that's best for rap category, and I think the influence, especially that Jimmy Kimmel, I believe, was it Jimmy Kimmel performance that the Clips did when they did Birds Don't Sing or something like that. Like,
yeah.
I just feel like their body of work and just the timing and just how everything, like, I would rather truly and honestly, and I've seen people say it's what they call it, when you just give something out of just compassion, like, oh, a sympathy win. This is not a sympathy win. This is not a sympathy win for the Clips if they win over Kendrick. It's not a sympathy win. It's a deserved win. These niggas have been in this fucking rap game for forever.
Yeah,
At this
that's
point in
also why I want
time,
to see that personally
yeah,
because of
I
that.
would want
Yeah.
to. I would
No, that's true.
absolutely want to, especially like I said, with Malice coming back after so many years and coming back to rap the way that he did, and then them boys literally just going through just the whole run of everything. Like, yeah, I think they are deserving of rap album
Yeah.
of the year. If I mean deserving of album of the year, in my
Album of the
personal
year.
opinion.
I'm
I will
not
say
mad
though,
if it
like
go either
considering,
way.
yeah, I was gonna say considering everything you said though, I wouldn't be mad at either one. Like whichever
Yeah.
way it goes, I do think one has to win one and the other has to win the other. I would hate to see, for example, like GNX win both. That would low key piss me off.
That would too.
Because I
I
do feel
wouldn't
like
want
they
that. Yeah.
need to win one of them. And I low key, like, I have this slight inkling, and I'm hoping I'm wrong that he's gonna win both of them. I just don't want that to happen.
No, I don't want that, and I definitely don't want Swag to win it either. Like, that would
Oh
really piss
my
me off.
God.
No.
But I will say, I will say though, if the Clips do win Album of the Year, it'll be so legendary because the last hip hop album to win it was a duo, like Outkast. So that would be so full circle if that was to happen. Like that would be an incredible story for hip hop if they were to take home Album of the Year. And Kendrick would still win because he's on the album. So it's like,
I saw that, yeah.
Oh, when's the win?
Speaking of swag, I think what I'm kind of annoyed by, and it's frustrating because it's like I get it at the same time. So it's not that I'm like, I don't think it's in the wrong category, but it's just annoying. But
it's
seeing
annoying. It's
swag in the R&B
annoying.
category is like, really? Like we couldn't give that to somebody else and that's like squarely R&B. Like why are we trying to just put Justin wherever? And then I don't even think he took the album that seriously anyway. So it's
He
like,
really didn't.
He did
right. So
not
it's
And I
like
take
don't
the
think he
you
album
are
seriously.
giving these like groundbreaking awards or nominations rather and potential awards to somebody who's not even that serious. Like this shit is
and,
really annoying.
and I felt like that album release, I'm gonna just keep saying it. I'm gonna keep saying it. I still feel like that was Def Jam trying to slight Clips. I really feel like it was. Like, how the fuck do y'all get this album that comes out like literally the same day, no announcement? Like it that really pissed me off, but
But I will say, like, just being technical, because I saw a conversation around UConn being nominated in the R&B categories. Like, are we? UConn is an R&B song, y'all. I don't want to act like it's not. I don't feel like it should have
okay.
been. It should not have been nominated, considering everything that was submitted and everything. Like, I feel like even that, like, why? Where was Burning Blue there? Like, Burning Blue was bigger than UConn.
I agree, but that's
I
what
don't think UConn's an R&B album, R&B track.
Well, I
Me-
think. Well, I don't know. I think it is because it's like when we talk about alternative R&B, progressive R&B. Like that's it. To say that some of the songs on that album weren't R&B is like I don't agree with that.
I'm not saying some of the songs. I'm saying UConn specifically for what it's nominated for. I don't think that song specifically is.
Well, what do you think UConn is personally?
I'm not putting it in the R&B category for me. I'm listening to it in my mind. I just can't. Like I can't. And because I feel like the flow of that song with the other songs around it, it gave more like I don't know, like folk. Pop, I mean, I don't know what pop is nowadays because niggas call anything
See,
pop.
and I'm glad you said the pop thing because now pivoting away because I don't think we're gonna
No,
agree
but
on
I don't think it's
UConn.
art for me. I don't think it's R&B, but hey.
But I feel like certain things. So this is not a slight. I want to make this clear because I actually I was literally one of the first R&B curators to go on record as far as like
Come
published
on,
speaking
talk your shit.
on Flow as the group. Like I literally like a super early article. I gave them their first ever support. So I don't want to hear the backlash there. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like Flow's album is progressive R&B. I don't care. That does not fit there. I feel like,
Yeah,
and
I didn't
I'm saying
understand
this
that.
because you're talking about
Flow the
pop, right?
group.
Flow, anything that's crossover on Flow's album is pop. It's not progressive R&B. There's nothing
I didn't
progressive in
understand
my
that at
opinion
all.
there. That's traditional R&B and pop music, period. There's no progressive anything on that album. So it's like, oh, well, everything on there crosses the boxes. No, it doesn't. What are we talking about? There's not like that's not like I'm happy for them because it is groundbreaking that they were nominated, period. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel like that album is progressive.
I agree with you. When I saw that, I was it almost felt like somebody just threw it there. Like, well, we don't
Yeah,
know what to
literally.
do, so we gonna put it here. But that also makes me want to know too, how did y'all feel about, because this is also a newer category that they've added over recent years, the best melodic rap performance. Um,
I'm
I thought
actually really happy about how that played out
I
because
was so happy
some
too.
insider information. Originally, the Drake and Party Next Door stuff was supposed to land in progressive, and we fought to make sure that shit didn't because that's not R&B.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you, because when I seen Wholeheartedly in there, that was my favorite song off the shout out to JID, and that's the fam. Shout out to Jay the fam. Wholeheartedly is literally one of the best hip hop songs I've heard this year.
Jid's
Um
album is one of the best hip hop
it,
albums
it honestly is.
that
And,
has
and
been
let's talk
dropped this
about
year
it. If
too.
Jid was to take home best rap album, I wouldn't be mad at all. I wouldn't be mad at
Okay,
all.
let's calm down a little bit.
I
I'm not
wouldn't be
gonna
mad at
lie.
all. No, I'm gonna be honest. That's a great body of work. Like,
It is.
and
Don't get it twisted. And I'm not a big Jid. I don't want to say I'm not a Jid fan. I do like Jid, considering that I've started listening to more of his music, getting more into him as an artist. I really wasn't familiar with his bag, but definitely. And I say this with all due respect, because you know niggas be listening to our podcast and shit like that. I'm not saying, my nigga, you don't deserve it. You deserve whatever the fuck you feel like you deserve. You feel me? But when we are going against Let God Sort Them Out in GNX, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to be
I
very
agree.
no,
stern
I mean I hear you, but
with my choices here to say no. Maybe a single, but I would. Damn, let me see this category. Best melodic rap. We got Friday featuring Meek Mill, Jid, Ty Dolla Sign, Black, Luther, Kendrick and SZA, Terrence Martin, Kenyon Dixon. Mm.
Luther
Mm.
can take home record
And
of the year, best
Rhapsody.
song of the year, because
Is
it
Rhapsody
deserves
I
that.
agree.
is because Rhapsody's on it, does it make it melodic rap for her? For this record? We mad?
I feel like that was one of those where it was like it fits here, so let's nominate it, and it ended, or let's put it here, and then it
I
ended
feel
up getting
that.
nominated. Yeah, I don't necessarily personally consider that melodic rap.
Me either. And Somebody Loves Me, Party Next Door and Drake. Is that even melodic rap?
Yes.
Okay.
I think what I will say is in seeing all this melodic rap stuff play out, there also needs to be a category, in my opinion, for best melodic rap album as well. Because I don't feel
Oh,
like
for
some of
sure.
these,
For
yeah, I feel like some of
sure.
these albums do not fit together in best rap. Because some of them are melodic rap albums. So it's like sonically, I don't even understand why they would be competing with each other when I saw some of the submissions. So it's like, I think there needs to, like, rap is so diverse, and I feel like there only being a few categories for it, same in the same way that it is with R&B. Like I just feel like there needs to be more because even in R&B, there's progressive R&B album of the year, but I also think there needs to be progressive song of the year because then again, Ray Vaughan could have fit there.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I also want to say too, to that point, sis, I recently, how do I want to say this? I edited my thoughts on the original, story of, how Beyonce, after Beyonce won, her Grammy for country, now they want to have a contemporary country album. In the beginning, I had my white supremacy cape on because I thought they was on some shit. I thought they was trying to do some stuff. However, After seeing the category and seeing who they chose, I actually want to give a shout out to our fairy godmother, Beyonce, because she actually helped transcend the genre for the Grammys. I'll say that. And I think that needs to happen, to your point, Yarn, with rap. Um, I definitely think there needs to be another rap album type category, just like they just introduced this best album cover art cover, which is honestly really dope. Like everybody who was nominated for best album cover, I was like, yep, that cover is
Yes, I
dope.
like
That cover
that.
is fire. Yep, like, but it also made me think too, like, damn, how many other covers should have been nominated now that this new category is here? Um, but yeah, that's my thoughts
I like
on that.
agree and disagree at the same time because I can
Okay.
understand how creating these new categories helps the genre grow. But I also feel like, and this is just me being like a stubborn stickler on like we define these categories too. Like is this you don't get to say that country album is white country. Like, no. Why can't a Beyonce album be country? Like why does it have to be contemporary or whatever the fuck else you want to title it to make it obvious that this is for the black ones and this is for the
Yeah.
white ones. Like I don't really think that's like transformative.
But when I looked at, I agreed originally, I will say, but the Black Panther cape on, I heard you and I hear you, sis. But when I look at, but when I look at all the nominees are white in both categories this year. And I thought that was interesting to me because it was like, okay. I think I see what y'all doing, but I'm gonna keep watching. But yeah, like for example, Miranda Lambert, who's a well-known country artist in the genre for years, she has a Best Contemporary Country Album nomination. That kind of shocked me a little bit. I was like, wow, so technically Miranda Lambert is contemporary country now.
Well, see, and that's what I'm saying.
Interesting.
I
I
do
don't
agree
even
with
know who
you in
that
that
is.
sense. Like, I do feel like it expands the opportunity within the genre. Like, so I don't necessarily
And
disagree.
Jelly
I don't
Roll, yeah,
disagree,
they
but I
put
don't
Jelly Roll in it too. I thought that was interesting because he's more of like I guess like a millennial contemporary country artist now.
versus like traditional. Yeah, I mean, I get
Yeah,
that. And I think that's what
yeah.
people were saying about the R&B categories too. Is like they need to be a little bit more clear about traditional performance versus like song of the year. Like what are the differences here? Like how are we determining what's traditional versus non-traditional? And I don't think that's very clear yet.
Yeah.
Um so in that sense, I think people are wanting to see either the categories be cleaned up a little bit more so that they're stricter, or we just need more categories.
I agree because I really, speaking of additional categories in the clips, I do want them to take home Best Music Video Grammy for So Be It. I do feel like nobody deserves that over them, like, in my opinion. So shout out to them for being nominated for So Be It being nominated, and shout out to Sinners too. Sinners the
Oh my
movie.
God,
Yeah,
yes.
Sinners got like a bunch of
Soundtrack.
nominations. And Bob's Cartel.
Oh
Bob's
wow. I didn't even
Cartel.
realize that.
Yes, the best reggae album, Heart and Soul, Vibes Cartel is
That
Okay.
made me
nominated.
happy because I feel
Me
like
too.
over previous or not previous, yeah, previous years, it's been a lot of white people in reggae, and that's been kind of throwing me off.
Yes.
What are we doing, y'all? This is
Okay.
okay.
Let's get back to the program now. Okay. But no, I mean he just got out of jail after doing a bid. I mean, shit. That's a good move. Now, next we gotta get we gotta get Max B to be nominated next year,
And
2027.
I saw
wait,
somebody say, "I'm
God.
happy that he's out, but we do not need new music."
You don't need new music from the wave, God.
Oh man, but shout out to him. Facts.
Yeah, but nah, I mean, I feel like this Grammys this year, they kind of got it right, low key, when it comes to the R&B, especially Kalani. She's being nominated for Folded, two of her Grammy nominations this year, which makes her a total of 7. Leon Thomas as well. He's also leading the charge with some nominations. I just looked up Variety 68 Grammy Awards, the top Grammy nominees for next year, and Kendrick, of course, has 9 nominations. I'm only going to talk about the black people. Lady Gaga, she has 7.
Gaga is like
Bad Bunny has 6.
Hey, Bad
not
Bunny, not
black.
bad, not bad.
Leon Thomas has 6. Sabrina Carpenter has 6. The Clits has 5. Our good sister Dochi has 5. SZA has 5, and Tyler the Creator has 5. So as far as people that we're voting for that are Black, those are those that are.
You are so funny.
Also, too, on some like Jamie Foxx is nominated for Best Comedy Album.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, Jamie
He
Foxx
shouldn't win, but okay.
and I'm crying. And what's his name? Trevor Noah is nominated for Best Audiobook.
Okay, I'm putting out my shit because niggas getting Grammys for anything nowadays. So I'm finna get nominated just for being silent on a track. That's it. You ain't never heard that before.
Oh, and shout out to Michelle Williams because of Michelle Williams, every Destiny's Child member has been nominated solo on their own.
Oh, I
So
saw that. Yeah.
yeah,
Because of
shout out to
Michelle.
Add a clap there too, Greg.
Yeah, do that, please, Greg, please.
So wait, she's every year because of her, she's been Destiny's Child is nominated as well.
No, every Destiny's Child member has a solo nomination officially. Like, remember, Kelly was the first to be nominated solo and get her own Grammy with Dilemma, and then so she's nominated for gospel.
Love that. Okay, come on,
Yeah.
Destiny's Child. I love that. Love
Me
that.
too,
Love
me
that. And as I said earlier, but we want to roll over the congratulations. I don't know, we're done with the Grammys, but I felt like this was a perfect segue. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame recently aired as well too.
In Cleveland, yes.
You know, Big Cleve in the building. Salt and Pepper as well as Outkast. Those are the only 2 things that I've really seen, which was important. So I don't know who else got nominated or whatever the case may be. But what I do know is that Salt and Pepper and Outkast were officially inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This happened in November 8th, I believe, like 2 days ago. And they were presented, Salt and Pepper was presented by Missy Elliott, and Outkast, I believe, was presented by Childish Gambino. They also had like the tribute performers like Doja Cat, Tyler the Creator, and who else was performing? Did anybody perform with Salt and Pepper?
Janelle Monáe.
Monáe, yes.
Yeah.
She always gonna get a tribute performance. I love that.
She's amazing. She's awesome, man.
I love that for her.
We gotta start giving Janelle more her flowers, man.
That keeps you in the business. Don't sleep. When you're the one that they can call for a tribute, know, no offense, but somebody finna die every year. We know we can call you for that. Like, and I think that's great. I mean, look at Let Us See. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Every time her ass is booked every year for an award, no matter what. So yeah, I like that. But yeah. Shout out to
Spinnerella too, because I thought of you when I saw that, Milan. I was like, wow, like it has literally. Shout out to her story.
Let's take a quick little pit stop right here, real quick, because I have to give the flowers to the legendary DJ Spinderella. Okay, now those of you that don't know, Spinderella is one of the members, okay, the unsung member, if you can be honest, of Salt and Pepper. I know when we say Salt and Pepper, people see salt and they say pepper, but we never really discuss DJ Spinderella and her contributions as not only a DJ, but she is also an MC and a producer as well. So the fact that she's been in this game, as she said, receiving her own flowers during that time, 40 years in the game, I saw myself instantly. I cried. I was emotional. I made a post about it because it was just such a phenomenal thing to really witness somebody be a pioneer of the very thing that you are very much so in. And also, literally, it's like a mirror. We're still upholding the very essence of hip hop that you have been such a pioneer in. And for me as a woman DJ, a Black woman DJ specifically, she's the very first DJ ever. And then on top of that, a Black woman on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just had to give DJ Spinderella her personal flowers because I know that it's a phenomenal accomplishment. That's something that does not happen for just anyone. And the fact that you are one of those that people can walk down Hollywood and see your personal star and be like, wow, I'm embedded in this, like, absolutely phenomenal. And I absolutely love that for her. And it's just an inspiration to us women out there who are in the music industry and still, you know what I'm saying, in the DJ field as well. And on top of that, lastly, I'll say she did go through a lot of bullshit too. You know what I'm saying? With her group, she went through a lot of bullshit with the industry. But one thing she never did was give up, and she never ever buckled off of her integrity and what she truly believed in. And I do believe that when you keep that type of mentality and that mindset, it does feel a little bit longer and harder, but it's always on the right path. And I do believe she's receiving her flowers for doing that, which is an inspiration to me to always keep my head high, stay on the right course. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, I'm going to get there. Okay. And I cannot wait for us to be back here. 10-year anniversary of our podcast, 10-year anniversary of me and Doechii, and us probably getting that somewhere 20 years, I don't know, but I feel that we're going to be one of those that they're going to induct us into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because I saw myself literally on that stage when she accepted that award. Okay, so shout out to us DJs and us Black women in general. Cheer.
I love that. I did too. I'm gonna be honest. I saw you too. I was like, I see her. I see her. I can see this. Like, okay. And I can see me being Kelly Price right there. Like,
Hello.
yep.
I love it. I love it. But yeah.
Speaking of rock and roll artists, I'm gonna just say it now. And you know, whoever's listening, y'all can give me y'all 5% when y'all ready, but you need to start your MJ activations now. I know we thought the Barbie pandemonium was something. I know we thought the Black Panther pandemonium was something. My gut is telling me, Jafar Jackson, you are going to have to literally be carried out of places. They gonna think that man is Michael. Like the pandemonium that's about to happen.
Come get your baddie chain from now. I already know. Come get it from now. Come get it from now. I don't even need to see the movie.
I don't think y'all understand. I have chills on my arm right now thinking about this Michael Jackson moment and just being reminded of what it is like to be a fan of just the Jackson phenomenon. Like, I know we grew up with it. Our parents grew up with it. Gen Z finally gets to experience it. Gen Alpha gets to experience it. Like, I have never been more excited in my life. I'm be honest. There is nothing for the next 5 months that could disrupt my happiness. Nothing. I will be hee-heeing it all through. You might see me with a job at the movie theaters. Just saying. I have never been so prepared. I have my diamond glove ready.
I actually I'm prepared to go see that a couple times. Like, I think I'm really excited to see them. I will say though, I don't even call it devil's advocates. That's not what I'm doing. But there's a part of me that, considering it's just a film that's like, I'm not sure how long the film is gonna be. But I'm like low key hoping that I'm not disappointed in what they pull together, because I feel like, I don't know, like, in just thinking of Michael Jackson's career and how long that spanned, like, I just don't feel like y'all are going to be able to really capture his whole career in a 2-hour film. Like, I'm just.
No, I think they do. I think they split it in two. I think I've been
I
seeing
see something about part 2.
I've been seeing that they're saying that they're trying to. They're gonna follow the Jackson's American Dream thing. You know how that was broken up.
Yeah.
For a story like this, you have to. Shout out to Black people, because we do not play about Michael Jackson. If that's the one thing that can
And that's
bring
literally what I'm trying to say. I really need them to do this justice, because I don't need a 2-hour film about. Okay.
Yeah, I heard it's gonna be a two thing, and honestly, it has to be. It
can't be less than that. Are you crazy? Absolutely not.
Like,
I'm a avid, very, 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 very seasonal American American Dream watcher when the holidays come around for the Jackson 5 story. Every time, could quote it word for word, scene for scene. I know it all.
No, for real. Like,
so,
and I love that you
my
say
standards,
that,
my standards personally are very up and high when it comes to,
and that's kind of how I feel. It's like, I think they're gonna do a good job, but I just hope they don't drop the ball, because that's a lot of legacy.
But what I will say is, based off of the trailer, I don't think they dropped the ball at all. Number one reason why I have my theory is because, number one, it's his actual nephew. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not like a actor that they picked up, or like this is like, which tells me, it makes me feel like this is more, I guess, home based,
I agree.
or it's
I agree.
more, you know, like more family have their
Input. Yeah.
input in it. Like, you know, Michael didn't wear that. He actually wore this. He didn't move like that. He, you know what I'm saying? So I think
He didn't
that
drink that.
gives
He had
it,
that. Yep.
yes, you know, I think, and on top of that, the mannerisms that the nephew is showing and stuff like that, like, only if you are truly a Jackson. Like, I've seen tons of Michael Jackson's impersonators, but I feel like that shit is really blood related. Like, it got to be in you to really like hit that fucking leg the way how he hit that leg. You know what I'm
that was
saying?
impressive. That video,
So,
like, yeah, that's not Michael.
So,
You right. No,
right.
for real.
Even the beginning of when they had the trailers for how Michael looked in the beginning, where he was actually, you know, he was ethnic with his nose, and you know what I'm saying, things of that nature before the surgery and stuff, and how to say vitiligo, before all of that happened, like, that to me showed me, okay, we're not skipping steps in this story. You're showing us from the black nose to the skinny white nose that he wanted. And I say that with all respect, because that is a big part of Michael Jackson's entire career, when that transition happened from him looking like black Michael to him looking like white Michael. You know what I'm saying? So that being
But
said,
see, to that point though, that's also why I was saying I hope they don't drop the ball, because in the trailer there was no element of his childhood. So I'm just hoping they don't start from the middle of his career. Like, I need the whole thing.
No, there's a and I want to shout them out too, because this we getting pandemonium just off a teaser trailer. This ain't even the full shebang. But no, sis, there is a part where because I've been watching the screenshots. There's a part where they show like him, and I thought that was so dope too. They show little Michael dancing to James Brown, like
Okay.
in it, and I was just like,
I didn't see that.
there you go. And I also want to shout out to, aside from the nephew, I really think Nia Long and Lorenz Tate and the guy playing Quincy, I think they about to get some of the best performances we've ever seen, because
hold on,
because
Lorenz
it's
Tate?
Michael.
Where he at?
Lorenz Tate is playing Barry Gordy.
Wow.
Yes, Lorenz Tate is playing Barry Gordy, and Nia Long is playing the mother.
My panties just got wet. Wow.
You know what?
I have such a huge crush on Lorenz Tate still to this day.
And y'all know Coleman Domingo is playing the father.
Yeah, I think that's fire.
Now, I did see that. When they did have that, yes, I did see when Nia Long was supposed to be playing Mama, and Cole Domingo was supposed to be playing the daddy. Now, I'm going to be very honest with y'all. Unfortunately for me, if I don't see two things, number one, I need to see that scene where he was going crazy by the pool, and then what's the mama name? What's their mama name?
Catherine.
Catherine was like, "What you gonna do, Joseph? You gonna beat them? Them boys is famous. Go to bed, Joseph. Come to bed." That is my part, okay? All right, now I told you I could quote this motherfucking movie top to bottom. But if you don't have that scene in that, I'm sorry. The movie is a dud. It's a dub for me. But also, I feel like when we watch the first saga of the Michael Jackson story, Lawrence Fishburne. I'm very sorry, y'all. Was it Lawrence Fishburne? Who played the daddy? Or am I thinking of Tina Turner?
No, you think of the Tina Turner. It was no, for the American Dream, it was that one guy, because he's a great actor, but he don't get the credit he gets all the time.
No, we gotta find his name. I gotta find his name.
I got you, sis. That was Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. Yeah.
Okay. When he played the daddy, really good too.
He did. That man.
He had me scared. So. Cole Domingo, you are very handsome.
Cole Domingo is the perfect, because he like
I do too.
Yeah, he gives
he
that.
He can give it, and that's
a villain, because he's a villain. Joseph is a villain.
He's been a villain.
Know how to play it.
Yeah, he's been a villain.
Okay.
And that's
so
why
I've seen it immediately. Like, oh yeah, they got the right one.
Yes, and just like you said, you seen it immediately. I said the same thing when I seen Kendrick Sampson as Quincy Jones. Kendrick was the guy that was the other love interest in Insecure, for those that's following me. He was the one that was battling with bipolar. But him in that scene with Michael, how they setting it up, even them recreating that scene and him having Quincy's voice mannerism, I said, oh my God, we is about to Who Black America, hold your hands together. We is about to get a thing, and I am happy.
I will say though, I'm mad it's not coming sooner. Like, I think that would have been such a good film for the holidays to go see, man. Like, why we gotta wait?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
I
true.
hear you, but
But
I know what mark they trying to hit though. April 2026. They are literally about to. Oh my God, because do we remember how big Michael was just globally? Like, I don't think people understand. This is about to be a global phenomenon. Like,
yeah.
we
somebody
really,
said if you think niggas came out in they costumes for Black Panther, wait till you see Michael Jackson and the fucking
man,
gloves, the socks. We're gonna see fucking black slacks, white socks. Niggas is gonna dress like YG from the bottom and like a church pastor up top for a while. I'm telling you.
I can't wait to see all the Jerry curls. Like, oh, that's gonna be funny.
Niggas,
yes.
yo, there's this guy on TikTok who literally goes viral for literally bringing back the Jerry curl. I'm sure he knew something. He's up. He knows something. Like, niggas is gonna be Jerry curled out. We thought waves was coming back. Nah, niggas is about to have the perm kits ready to
No, they
go.
really are. They really are. I can't. Speaking of scenes, he's so iconic. The fact that we can even see. I hope they do this. I hope they do that. Like, I need to see the scream. I need to see him and Janet on set because during that time, I got to see that. Like, oh my God, so
Yeah.
many things. But
But I'm excited though. You know, I love me a good story about some of my, some of our pioneers in this game. So they did great with American Dream, I believe it's called.
Yeah. To that point too, I will say like one
Yeah.
of the like sidebar things that's been happening as a result of the trailer dropping is all this like Michael Jackson lore on the timeline, like videos and full concert video. Like there's just all this like content surfacing that I've never seen before, and I hope it doesn't stop because it's just been dope to learn more about Michael Jackson as an adult. Rather than like when I saw the movies as a kid and experiencing his legacy as a kid and teenager. So
I agree.
yeah, I think it's dope.
Especially the asshole moments. Like I want to see more
Yeah.
asshole Michael Jackson
yeah,
because that should be having me rolling. Like you niggas, Michael was so done with child.
no fact. And I'm just happy. I'm gonna be honest. I'm happy for like
Look
our
at those
parents'
titties.
generation.
She got big titties. No.
Yeah. I'm really happy for our parents' generation and baby boomers too, because I feel like this about to be a sense of relief for everybody. Like it really is. Like I know my grandmother's dusting off the Motown DVD set, anniversary set right now. Like,
I hope
yeah.
they get into his health also. Because one thing, this is the
I
last
think
thing
they
I'll
are.
say.
Yeah.
I've seen like articles start to circulate around what was actually going on with Michael's health and like the surgeries and everything. And I think that the way a lot of us grew up learning about him and not even necessarily learning, but just like seeing all of that surgery portrayed in the media is not actually accurate.
Yep.
And a lot of that I wasn't like, for example, he has lupus and it was lupus
Yep.
that affected his skin. And a lot of that is why he had so many surgeries on his nose. It wasn't that he was trying to look a certain way. And like, that is not the way it was portrayed in the media. And a lot of us, I don't think know that.
I agree.
Um,
I agree. And I feel like a
like
lot of people mocked it.
yeah, because I've read that a lot of his the nasal surgery was because his skin kept failing. Whenever he would get a surgery, the skin around his nose was failing because of his lupus. So he had to keep getting surgeries in order to look normal. So it's like I think stuff like that in the
It's
pain that he
important.
was going through, it's like that
Yeah.
contextualizes who he was. And it's like he wasn't this vain person who was trying to look like a white man. Like he
Right.
had skin conditions that
Yeah.
resulted in him getting constant surgery to look normal.
Yeah.
But I think that is the duty of whoever is creating the movie to have
Yes.
those details for
Yep.
the viewers who may not even know certain things about his life, because I know for a fact a lot of the newer things that people remember Michael for, unfortunately, is the bad things that happened at
Yeah.
later of
yeah.
his career.
Yeah.
So I think it will be a good light to show him in a, just some things that we personally would not know unless you were family. I think that will make this movie a next level movie if they put certain things that we personally didn't necessarily know about Michael, or even if it is known, it's not well known. Like let's put out good shit type shit. Yeah. So
in the teaser, to that point, I think the teaser is doing a damn good job at teasing too, because there is a part in the teaser where I feel like they're alluding to it, where the nephew who's playing Michael looks it's a scene where he like looks at the mirror and he's wiping his skin, and I think that's them trying to teasing like, oh yeah, we gonna go there, but
yeah.
I hope it's a wholesome story too, because yeah, ooh, hee.
I'm so done, y'all. I cannot. But really quickly though, before we get into our favorite section of the podcast, honorable mentions off of the film and TV side. Reasonable Doubt has definitely been renewed for another season 4, which I think is beautiful considering the landscape of TV and media, how often these shows don't get even greenlit or even see a second season. So the fact that there's already on season 3 gearing up to even be, have a successful season 4 just means the show is doing exactly what it needs to do. And I have to catch up on season 3 because I absolutely love Reasonable
Please, so we can discuss. Please.
I heard it's getting
catch up on the show, period. I haven't even seen it.
Please, y'all. It is one of the best. No, seriously, Kerry Washington is doing a damn good job.
Okay, stop. You just mentioned my girl. I love Carrie. Okay, all right. Let me binge it and I'll be back next week. Okay. Also, who else we got on this docket? I think we said this last week. Olandria, she's honored by Ebony, Fortune, and Fort's Gala, Glamour,
and now The Roots. My baby girl is now but The Roots. Shout out to Olandria for just out here slaying any idea of what a Love Island contestant is supposed to be. I really think she's gonna get nominated for Time's Most Influential too. Whenever that drops, I think she go get that one as well. But I just want to shout her out because she went through a lot. Well, we are shouting you out at the podcast, love, because she endured a lot. Her, Shelly, all of them, Janae, Serena, and the way she has pivoted from the racist controversy to just literally, in my opinion, transcending beyond what a Love Either top 4 whatever person is supposed to do. She's everywhere. It's insane.
Shout out to the girl Olandria. Also is very, very fitting during this time. I know I heard New York is going through like a freezing advisory type situation or whatever the case may be, but I think I have a solution to everyone that's cold right now. You can definitely warm up because Netflix is officially going to put Dreamgirls on the platform. So any of my Dreamgirls fans out there, Curtis was supposed to love me. Okay, I'm gonna watch it after this.
Jokes.
I love a good movie. Okay, listen. Let me tell you something, Dina. You was really a hoe. Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. You was a hoe for sure. Okay. As a matter of fact, Dina. She was giving, I don't know if y'all in the TikTok streets though, but Dina was giving this whole little debacle, this little Brene and Tim debacle that's going on in the TikTok street. Dina was giving very much so that. I don't know. Maybe they'll fight me altogether, but she was definitely playing in the side chick streets, and that's why karma came for that ass. But still love the movie. Anyways, Dreamgirls is on Netflix, and last but not least, The Wave God is officially outside. That's probably why it is actually cold, because Max B is free. Okay, The Wave God brought the waves, okay, and he's officially free. He was seen out with his good friend French Montana and his Plats. Yeah, so shout out to Max B. We don't need any music right now. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Just take your time. Fill out the scenery, scope it out a little bit. Take your time. Don't do no crazy shit to get your ass back in there. But yeah, welcome home. And that's all we got for y'all. Okay.
Hey, is it that time?
It's about that time. It is about that time. And it is the set list, y'all, where we give y'all our favorites of the week. Let's go.
Okay, I'm going to get right into it. Okay, first off, on November 13th, I will be speaking at Five Towns College Business Division. They are having a conference and they're going to feature some of us. I'm on panel 3, which is called the Independent Artist title. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be really dope. So check in. Next on the list is Michelle Obama has another new book. It's called The Look, and this book is basically going to chronicle Michelle Obama's looks throughout the White House. And I'm really excited. Any book that Michelle Obama puts out, I feel like is knowledge for all. The next book on my list, shout out to Shelly for getting me hip to this. It's called The Lover Girl by Autumn J. Crocker. So I'm super excited about that. As discussed, Reasonable Doubt has been on a run. This past season is honestly one of their best seasons. I'm super excited. So Reasonable Doubt seasons 3 and 4 is definitely going to be on the set list. Raising Kanan is coming back, and I'm super excited about that. And honestly, the rest of my set list is dedicated to the one and only Michael Jackson. So I have Michael Jackson's Heaven Can Wait on here. That is arguably my favorite Michael Jackson record, probably, if not top 5. I also have one of my favorite records from the Jackson 5, if not my favorite record from the Jackson 5, and it's called This Place Hotel. The SWV Human Nature mix, and Michael and Janet Scream music video. And I'm going to pass it off to my girls.
Milan, you want to go second?
Love that. Love that. You know, I never go second or first, guys.
Oh, okay. So first on my set list is Kalani's Out the Window single. Yeah, all I'm gonna say is my girl did her thing.
That cover.
It's so good. And I think why the single is groundbreaking and everyone's talking about it is because the way that she's studying throwback R&B and like incorporating that sound into her latest releases without sounding like a copy paste watered down version of it is something to be talked about. Like I think even just like the small nuances, like I tweeted this thing and somebody tried to play in my face like, oh, y'all just trying to find anything to say. Like, no, but it really matters. Like there was this one ad lib at the end when she's repeating the hook, and even that, like repeating the hook until the song fades out is something that they did in the 2000 R&B. Like these are things that we need to bring back. We'll stop cutting the song short after 3 minutes. The song need to be 4 minutes. But she does like the woo ad lib where she's like woo, and like they don't do that in songs no more. And it's like she's feeling it. So shout out to her. There's so many other things that can be said about that song, but that's on my set list. In that same vein, Mario just released a new single called Home that is also in that same like super throwback feel. Granted, he's from that era, so I'm not surprised, but I think this is one of the best singles he's released in a really long time. Also, I'm surprised that single, like I don't know when it was written, obviously, but to me, it felt like what I was expecting from Usher's Coming Home album. And they are really close. And I know Mario writes for him sometimes. So I'm surprised like that single wasn't one of the lead singles on Coming Home. Another conversation for another day. But anyway, that single's really good. Savannah Ray has a new single called Hold You that's out that I really love. It's a sex song, really dope. Matt Kane has a new single called Candy Crush. He also has an album on the way, so be on the lookout for that. Flower Child dropped a new album called Inside Out. I actually really, really love Flower Child. I've been following him for a really long time, supporting his career since I started at Pandora. And also shout out to my friend Gremlin for writing a lot on that album too. I'm actually really proud of them. They do a lot together. So shout out to them. He also has an album coming too. Mariah Carey's Breakdown has been in rotation pretty heavily. Not sure why, but I've really been listening to Mariah Carey's Pandora station all weekend. A couple more. American Hyde. So I was at Quaker Bridge Mall this weekend, and there's this store called American Hyde, which is a leather goods establishment. They have a bunch of vintage leather jackets. They have a bunch of furs there. They also do custom leathers. Like they do all types of shit. And they were originally at Menlo Park Mall, so they just opened up at Quaker Bridge at the top of September. So shout out to them. And then 2 films on my set list now that we are in Christmas land. The Family Man with Nicolas Cage, and then The Grinch, which is like every year I start off the Christmas movie marathon with The Grinch, Jim Carrey's version. And that's my set list.
Ew, that is a classic. The Grinch with Jim Carrey. Love that. Okay, so sorry, y'all. On my set list, very short, very cute, just like me. Soul Child It's an artist that I literally just was randomly on Spotify, found her, said, "Hey girl, you got great music." Soul Child, definitely feeling this project. Rebirth Theory, absolutely amazing. I would say rap, jazz, a lot of dope elements to this project. I have yet to go through all of it. It's about 11 tracks. But so far Travel Size and Honey featuring Drum, which Drum, damn. What a name that we literally kind of forgotten about, but so much potential in my personal opinion. I love that song with him and her, but I still have to go through the rest of her project. And so far I'm liking what I'm liking, and I've been in a lot of like new artist discovery type of shit or whatever. A song I also found, Attention Whore and Mercury, Quick on My Feet. Okay, that's like a little different vibe or whatever. Alassin, I don't know if I'm saying her name correctly, but I hope I am. Cupid, My Boyfriend. I've been having that song on rotation. I really, really love it. Raina J. Okay, I had to pull out a classic from our good sis, Breakfast in Bed. This popped up randomly. And when I say Raina J, like, oh my gosh, girl, we kind of really need you back in music. I'm not gonna hold you. I need you to come back one more time. Nippa, One More is a song that I heard. These are a lot of songs that literally, like, when people be like, "Oh, I don't know how you find new music." I know you're a literal lame, because I just be letting my shit just go and it be giving me new music that I say, "Hey, I like," or not interested. Nippa, One More was a song that was just in rotation. I said, "Hey, I like this song right here. Let me add it to this." Okay. Rocky Snyder, Woy Zook. She has like this cute ass, like, Haitian Zouk. You guys gotta listen to it. It's a real different vibe, but it's a real fire vibe. I definitely fuck with it. And congratulations to the homie Duckworth. He's also been Grammy nominated for the 2026 Grammys. I was just listening to his song I'm Stressed. Something I believe is collaboration with Strings from Paris that he did the song with. So this was like a really, really dope song that I personally honestly was listening to. And speaking of, holiday season, we know the Queen Mariah, she always dominates, but I've been seeing a lot of other artists, they've been dropping some Christmas songs too. And I love when artists do that, because I feel like as an artist, singer, rapper, whatever, you should always have at least one Christmas song in your catalog. I don't care what it is, you should always have one, okay? That being said, Alex Isley, the Christmas song, absolutely beautiful. When I heard it, I was like, girl, her voice, number one. It's so amazing how I don't believe she leans into her being a Nepo baby, especially a Nepo baby of the legendary Isleys. Like, hello. But the fact that she's so talented, and also her and Kenyon Dixon are parents, which is just phenomenal. And their child is also like a little baby singer. Like, it's just like,
Yes.
they
Wait,
are
no, they
like,
have a baby together?
Yes, girl.
yes. And she was on his recent album too, Kenyon. Like, he has like a song, and I remember seeing him like vocally train her for this piece, but I didn't know where it was going.
Whoa.
And it ended up being a song that was on his fucking album. I was like, oh my God. Like, I literally cried, because I love to see parents pour into their children that way. You know what I mean? And for him to just pour into it, and I know it has to make him emotional. I mean, to see,
Yeah.
something that he created also literally be in alignment to what it is that he's doing. I mean, a blessing. So the fact that they have this beautiful daughter together, they both do amazing. I mean, amazing music. Like, she's gonna be destined for greatness, and she's already destined for greatness. I mean, look at the lineage, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she came out with a Christmas song called The Christmas Song. And like I said, I just love when artists do get in their holiday bags, because we do like the difference of that. Also, I have been watching this show called Evil on Netflix. It is one of my favorite shows right now. It's like a combination of just like spirituality, church shit. Basically, like, these people are trying to wear off demons and things of this nature, and crazy shit. But it does give a little insight onto how the enemy works and operates. So I don't know, I would suggest that show if you guys want to see the insight on how the devil be honestly busting y'all ass, because I figure out his tricks, so he don't do that to me no more. But I feel like it definitely gives
Okay.
insight, because when you know the enemy's plots,
Hey, that's
you
real shit.
you
Like,
confuse
no, for
the
real.
enemy now. You know what I'm saying? So I really like that show. It's a really dope show, though. And yeah, that's really basically. Oh, this fuss spot out here in Seattle. I don't know the name of it. I'm just gonna put pho when y'all hear it on the pod, but I'm gonna get the name for the actual set list, track list. What I am gonna say is that we had a bad encounter. We had actually a racist encounter at one restaurant out here in Seattle. Fuck y'all, bitch ass, hoe ass, pussy ass niggas. But it ultimately redirected us because God will always protect and redirect. It ended up redirecting us to a even better restaurant. It was a mom and pop local pho shop that was just when I say phenomenal, like A1. I'm gonna write a review about them. I took some vlogging videos about it too. Like, they were amazing, even from the hospitality of being greeted and just smiling, just so helpful. Like, it just made you see, like, okay, I love when people love their job, and I love when people actually love, to cater to people. So that's my set list for this week.
I did want to say too, because you mentioned him. Shout out to Kenyon Dixon and Terrace Martin, who are nominated for Best Progressive R&B Album.
Yes.
And I do hope either him or them rather, or Zohran win in that category, or even Destin Conrad. Like, I don't know, man.
That's why I said earlier, you niggas is talking about shit is dead, and I see it and I hear it. I don't know what y'all talking about, but music is in a great space to me, nigga.
It is. Shout out to everyone who was nominated. And yeah, y'all, that's our show.
Episode 22.
Yes. And you guys already know the motherfucking vibe and the rules here at the condo. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, make sure you share. Tell everybody gang is outside all fucking week. You heard Max B's outside all fucking week. Now let me stop. But no, for real, definitely continue to support us as we will continue to grow this podcast and be, your top podcast ladies, okay? Here at the condo. You ain't gotta go home, but Yon, what?
You gotta get the fuck out of here. And also, in the words of Max B, stay away from unwavy creatures. And that is all we got for y'all. Thank y'all.
I love that. Yes, you wavy pussy ass hoes. We out of here.
What's up, world? It's your girl, Jazz.
It's your girl, DJ Miss Falon.
And it's your girl, Jan Sneed. Thank you guys for tapping into another episode of the Reasonable Dialogue podcast. Thank you guys for tapping in every week and spending time with your favorite girls at the condo. We really, really appreciate the love you guys pour into us. And if you're rocking with the conversation, make sure you follow us on all socials. We are on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Reasonable Dialogue. And be sure to rate, subscribe, comment, like, tell a friend to tell a friend, and be sure to stay reasonable.